Hey friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So, what is arguably the world's most important satellite has launched to orbit from California? Landsat-9 is the continuation of a series of Earth-observing spacecraft stretching back almost 50 years. No other remote sensing system has kept a longer, continuous record of changing state of our planet. It was the pictures taken by Apollo astronauts looking back towards Earth that cemented the idea of having a permanent eye on our home world. And in 1972, the American Space Agency NASA, in partnership with the US Geological Survey USGS, proceeded to launch their Earth Resources Technology satellite. Today, the 9th imaging spacecraft in what subsequently became known as the Landsat program is ready to assume responsibility for maintaining the legacy. The NASA USGS spacecraft series is the ultimate record of change. Landsat has catalogued the growth of megacities, the spread of farming, and the evolving outlines of coasts, forests, deserts, and glaciers. It's even been used to monitor from orbit the behaviors of a diverse range of animals, from wild beasts and wombats to woodpeckers and walrus. We have assembled an amazing history of how the planet has changed over the last half century, explained Dr. Jeff Masick, NASA's Landsat-9 project scientist. For example, we are able to see the natural disturbances that occur, such as fires, hurricanes, and insect outbreaks, and then the long-term recovery of ecosystems that takes place for decades after that. And we are able to look specifically at climate and climate change impacts on ecosystems. We have mapped areas of increased plant cover at high latitudes due to a warming climate. We have also seen areas of vegetation decline in water-limited semi-arid environments. Since 1982, and Landsat 4, the system has been able to resolve features on the ground as small as 30 meters across. And while there are now plenty of other imaging spacecraft up there that can boast a much sharper view in the tens of centimeters, none comes close to Landsat for longevity. This is the power that enables scientists to pull out the real trends in time. Just as important, the data is free and open. Anyone, anywhere can access and use Landsat pictures at no cost. Landsat-9 still has a job of work to do before it can be declared operational. The spacecraft's Atlas rocket dropped it off at just under 680 kilometers in altitude. This requires Landsat-9 to use its own thrusters to climb to an observing height that is little over 700 kilometers. In coming weeks, after all, on-board systems are commissioned. Landsat-9 will start acquiring images that can be compared very carefully with those of its still-flying predecessor, Landsat-8, which was launched in 2013. This analysis will ensure the colors detected by the new spacecraft can be directly matched to those of the images in the 5-decade-old Landsat archive. For the past 6 years, Landsat has been flying in a constellation with the European Union's Sentinel-2 satellites. Again, their images have been set up meticulously so that they see the Earth in exactly the same way as their American counterparts. Both the US and European systems are expensive to build and operate. Landsat-9's life cycle cost is expected to be close to $1 billion, and this has led some to question the value for money of such programs when commercial Earth observation satellites can be launched for just a few $1 million. But Dr. Karen Saint-Germain, NASA's Earth Science Director, argued that private EO operators should really be seen as complementary as an augmentation to public programs. Those commercial companies allow us to do more, but they aren't a replacement for the kinds of observations that we make with Landsat. As an example, commercial systems generally they can observe more often, but they don't observe all the wavelengths we need to do the work we do with Landsat, she told BBC News. So if you want to get notified of our every video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment.